If your body sounds like bubble wrap when you move, is that normal? You wake up, you stretch, and it sounds like someone is stepping on dry leaves. You squat down to pick something up, and your knees sound like a rusty door hinge. It's loud, it's startling, and honestly, sometimes it's a little embarrassing. Some joint noises are completely harmless. They are just gas escaping or tendons gliding, but others are genuine warning signs, and the scary part is that most people don't know the difference until it is too late. They ignore the click until it becomes a clunk, and the clunk until it becomes a chronic ache. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what your joints are trying to tell you. We are going to decode the snaps, the cracks, and the pops so you can stop worrying about the noise and start focusing on your movement. Let's be real for a second. We have all been there. You are in a quiet room, maybe a meeting or a yoga class, and you decide to roll your neck. Crack. It sounds like a gunshot went off. Or maybe you are at the gym getting ready for a set of squats. You lower down and your knees unleash a symphony of crunches that makes the person next to you look over with concern. Or perhaps it's just walking up the stairs and every single step comes with a rhythmic snapping sound from your ankle. Snap, snap, snap. First off, take a deep breath. Joint noises are incredibly common. Whether you are 18 and athletic or 50 and working a desk job, your body is a mechanical system, and mechanical systems make noise. Most people experience these sounds daily without even realizing it. It becomes background noise, part of the soundtrack of your life. But here is the catch. Not all joint sounds come from the same cause, and that is where things get interesting. Understanding the why is the key to knowing if you need a doctor or just a good stretch. So, what is actually behind the sounds? To understand this without getting a PhD in anatomy, we need to look at the three main culprits: the gas, the movement, and the friction. Let's start with that classic cracking sound. Think about when you crack your knuckles or when a chiropractor adjusts your back, that distinct sharp pop. This is usually caused by something called cavitation. Your joints are lubricated by a substance called synovial fluid. It's like the oil in a car engine. This fluid contains gases, oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. When you stretch or pull a joint, you stretch the capsule surrounding it. This lowers the pressure inside the joint, causing those dissolved gases to rapidly form a bubble and then collapse. That collapse is the pop you hear. Here is the good news. This type of popping is usually harmless. It is not your bones grinding together. It is not your skeleton falling apart. It is literally just physics and fluid dynamics. There is a massive myth out there that cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. That has been debunked over and over again. One researcher even cracked the knuckles on his left hand for 60 years and never touched his right hand. The result? No difference in arthritis levels between the two hands. So if you are a knuckle cracker, you can breathe easily. And doesn't it feel good most of the time when it happens? Next, we have snapping sounds. This is very common in the hips, feet, neck, and shoulders. Have you ever felt a tight band snapping over a bump? That is exactly what is happening. This sound is usually caused by a tendon, which connects muscle to bone, or a ligament sliding over a bony prominence and then snapping back into place. Imagine a rubber band on a doorknob. It snaps back when pulled to the side and released. Your tendon. This sounds scary and gross, but it's usually harmless. It usually indicates stiff muscles or a little odd movement pattern. Popping sounds occur when standing or walking. A slight joint misalignment or soft tissue movement might fix itself as you load the joint. It's how your body settles. This is a big but context important. The normal, dangerous border begins here. You must know when to listen and disregard. Is it dangerous? The golden rule to remember is noise without pain is often fine. Painful noise informs. Gas bubbles or soft tissue movement may cause your knee to break and relieve pressure. If that crack causes a searing sting, dull soreness, or quick swelling, your body is warning you. Every strange sound requires a mental checklist. Is there pain? Afterward, is there swelling or heat? Is the joint unstable or about to give way? Is your motion restricted? If any of them are true, that sound is a message that informs. It could signify a tear, cartilage injury, or inflammation. Since you have specific locations that drive you nuts, let's break this down joint by joint. Start with knuckles. Pops are gas bubbles bursting. Most people find it harmless for stress or hand tension reduction. Do not worry till it hurts. Hips and shoulders, flexible ball and socket joints. Snapping here frequently implies joint misalignment or possible tendon damage. Possible shoulder biceps tendon misalignment. Eddy bands often snap across hip femurs. This is usually posture or muscular imbalance, not structural injury. Passive sitting all day tightens your hip flexors and misaligns everything. Stand and snap. Mobility work, not surgery, fixes this. What about knees, the big one? The crushing sound of squatting is crepitus. It can sound like sandpaper. Youthful quad or glute weakness may cause the kneecap to deviate slightly from its groove. As we age, crepitus may signal cartilage deterioration. However, noisy knees don't always mean bad knees. Numerous people have loud knees for decades without pain. Meniscus problems demand professional care if crunching locks or hurts deeply. A remedy may also be to get more engagement of the feet to create better support. We must also mention the jaw and TMJ. Chewing or yawning can cause your jaw to click because the little disc inside the joint moves out and back in. Stress, nighttime teeth clenching, and forward head posture are major contributors. Jaw tension is directly affected by neck position. How do we keep our joints calm and pleased after deciphering the sounds? You don't have to tolerate noise. First, pay attention to your posture and body engagement during all movements. Stretch regularly, but emphasis on dynamic mobility, isometric exercise. Your joints must move freely daily. Motion is lotion. Movement increases synovial fluid circulation, lubricating joints and minimizing dryness and creaking. Be cautious of your posture. If you lean over a phone or laptop, you strain your neck and shoulders, pulling tendons into odd angles that can snap. Alignment matters. Third, hydration is essential. Joint fluid is mostly water. Chronic dehydration makes fluid viscous and less cushioning. Drink water. Fourth, avoid overusing. When feeling fatigued, slow down and even take a short break to reboot and realign. Mix up your moves. Fifth, warm up appropriately. Never start a strong workout chilly. Cold, rigid tissues snap. Nutrition. Minerals, vitamins, collagen, glucosamine, and more are recommended for joint health. When taken regularly, people find they promote improvement in cartilage and connective tissue over time. However, sometimes you must get it checked. Don't be heroic. See a doctor or physical therapist if you have a louder sound, a pop that hurts every time you move a certain way, or a noise that started after an injury or fall. Mechanical blocking occurs when a joint locks up and won't straighten. Long-term protection comes from early intervention. A minor tear can be repaired, but a 10-year-old joint may or may not. I also want to mention a neglected holistic bonus. Natural joint health assistance goes beyond exercise. Anti-inflammatory spices and herbs, turmeric and black pepper, ginger, cinnamon, Ceylon preferred, garlic, cayenne, chili flakes, rosemary, oregano, thyme, anti-inflammatory foods and drinks, fatty fish, salmon, sardines, anchovies, mackerel, extra virgin olive oil, and berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, leafy greens, spinach, kale, arugula, cruciferous veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, beans and lentils, nuts and seeds, walnuts, almonds, chia, flax, hemp, pumpkin seeds, fermented foods, yogurt, kefir if tolerated, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, green tea. Joints that are swollen and irritated snap harder. Systemic inflammation reduction improves everything. MSM can also support structure. Remember the power of massage and myofascial release. Sometimes a snapping hip is only a tight muscle that has to be loosened. The tendon's guitar string strain can be released with a foam roller or deep tissue massage. Snapping usually stops when tension lessens. Authority is vital here. Systemic joints work together. A holistic approach to movement considers the full body. Your feet and ankle may be tight and causing popping at your knee. Your opposite hip may be tight, causing snapping in your shoulder. Our bodies are kinetic chains. Whole body integrity prolongs joint integrity. We want to assist you to optimize alignment and energy flow beyond pain relief. Aligned bodies move smoothly and softly. Finally, reinterpret your view of these noises. Your body is communicating, not broken. Snaps, cracks, and pops are feedback. They report your hydration, tension, posture, and movement. Do not fear the noise, but don't ignore it either. A peculiarity of human nature is noise without suffering. Help is requested by pain noise. Pay attention to your body. Take care early. If you treat your joints like precision tools, life will go smoothly. Start paying attention today. Which joint is loudest for you? Knees, back, or ankles? Knowing your body is the first step to recovery. Subscribe for more ways to improve your health and understand your magnificent body. Mobility and health will be explored more in the upcoming video. Keep moving, drinking, and listening for snap, crackle, and pop. Until then, check out this link in the description for further ways to improve your joint health and more.